This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We are located at 1262 North Ardmore Street, Los Angeles, California, 90029. We're performing a video sewer inspection through a 4-inch ABS cleanout located at the back of the property. And this is our 4-inch mainline cleanout at the back of the property. This is the back of the property here, and we went ahead and zeroed out our camera monitor here, and we're going to begin running out with the attempt to reach our city sewer tie-in. We're running down what appears to be black ABS sewer pipe, and it does appear that we're making a transition to what appears to be vitreous clay. A little bit of an offset in this joint from about the 3 o'clock to about the 9 o'clock area. We're going to go ahead and go up and over that, and we're going to go ahead and continue to push out. And we do have a fairly large gap in this joint here. As you can see, a little bit of the concrete overpour appears that it had came out of there, so we do have a fairly large gap there. I'm just going to go ahead and continue to push out, and this line does appear that it's running through an easement between properties, so this is heading out towards the back of the property and towards through the house at the back of the property and out to the street on the opposite side of the back side of the property. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. As you can see, we are here's we're making this line here, as you can see, completely had shifted. It's dropped down, as you can see there, and we're just going to go ahead and attempt to continue to push out, and as we pull back we'll try to mark this area. We're just going to see how far out we can get. So we're going to go ahead and pause the mic here. And we went ahead and got past that section there. We did hold back a little bit of water between that joint, and that joint there was approximately, as you can see, a fairly large offset in this joint. So that whole section of pipe there had shifted. It's approximately a 4 to 5 foot section. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And that joint does appear to be in fair condition. I'm going to go ahead and continue to push out. A little bit of slag overpour in that joint there. I'm just going to continue to push out. The joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint there appears to be in fair condition. Continue to push out. That joint there appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of an offset appears. Very difficult to tell. Once we get this back to the office, we can take a really good look at the joint here. I'm just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And it does appear that we do have a break in that joint there. As you can see, there's a crack there in that joint there, and a little bit of slag overpour in that area. So we're going to continue to push out. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of roots in these joints. They're right around the 9 o'clock area. And I'm going to go ahead and continue to push out. joint appeared to be in fair condition. A little bit of an offset in that joint there, nothing major. Continue to push out. The joint appears to be in fair condition. Now it appears that we're holding water. And we're starting to hold the water right about 43 feet on the camera monitor. And we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out and get out as far as we can. See if we can get out into our city sewer tie-in. So we do have a fairly large belly there. It does appear that we pushed through quite a bit there. As you can see, the water is building back up. And we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. Very difficult to see this joint here. We're going to pause for a moment and run a little bit of water. Okay, we're going to go ahead and run a little bit of water here to help us push out. We're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. This area here does appear to be very difficult to tell, but it does appear to be a short section of what appears to be black ABS. So this area here could have possibly been repaired at one time. So we're just going to go ahead and just continue to push out. We have a little bit of water moving. We're back into vitreous clay now, and we're just going to try to get all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. And then once we get out to our city sewer tie-in, we can rinse the camera lens off really well, and we can pull back and we can see the line a lot better. It does appear that we're making a transition from 4-inch to 6-inch here. And you get a little bit of concrete overpoise in that joint. That joint was in fair condition. A little bit of an offset in this joint here with some concrete overpour. it does appear to have a little bit of roots there in that joint. I'm just going to go ahead and continue to push out. Okay, we're all the way out into our city sewer tie-in here. What we'll do is we'll rinse our camera monitor here. And we're going to pause our mic here. Okay, we went ahead and pushed all the way out into our city sewer tie-in, and we shut the water down at the house, and we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And as we pull back, you can see the joint at the saddle. A little bit of gap in that joint there, but still in maintainable condition. And
that was awesome.
Yeah. That joint there appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of an offset in that joint there from about the 6 to about the 12 o'clock area. And we're going to continue to pull back. A little bit of cobwebs there at the top. And again, this joint appears to be in fair condition. Minor offset, but nothing major. That joint appears to be in fair condition. And here we do have a little bit of an offset that's shifting from about the 9 o'clock area all the way around to about the 3 o'clock area. As you can see, we're dropping downwards here. And we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of concrete overpour in the joints. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just continue to pull back. And that joint there was in fair condition. And that joint there appears to be in fair condition. And that joint there appears to be in fair condition. And that joint there appears to be in fair condition. And here we do have a fairly large offset. And this offset here is from about the 6 o'clock all the way up to around about the 12 o'clock area. And it does appear that there's a small amount of root intrusion in that joint. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And a little bit of offset in that joint there, nothing major. And here we do have a little bit of concrete overpour, a little slag overpour in this joint here, and we do have a larger root that's coming through. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And that joint there appears to be in fair condition. That joint there appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of concrete overpour. And here we're making our transition from our 4-inch vitreous clay to our 6-inch vitreous clay. And this is just at the property line at the back of the house on the opposite street here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. A little more buildup in this area of pipe here. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of cobwebs there in that joint there, but it does appear to be in fair condition. And we do have a little bit of an offset there in that joint, but nothing major. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. Again, a little bit of cobwebs. We'll go ahead and continue to pull back. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And here we do have a little bit of root intrusion here in this joint here. We'll pause here for a moment. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And again, a little bit of roots in this joint there, right around the 3 o'clock and about the 11 o'clock area. I'm just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And we have some more roots in this joint here, right about the 3 o'clock and about the 9 o'clock area. Go ahead and continue to pull back. We do have a crack in this joint here. As you can see, the crack's there right about the 3 o'clock area, running up to about the 12 o'clock area. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And we have a little bit of heavy debris there. I think I ran into a golf ball at one point. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. I'm going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, in this joint here, we have a little more roots in this joint. And we have some roots in this joint as well. Go ahead and continue to pull back. And a little bit of a shift in that joint there, but nothing major. And I'm going to pause here for a moment. Okay. This area of pipe had been repaired. As you can see, that it is black ABS sewer pipe, and these joints here do have an offset in the vitreous in the black ABS sewer pipe there, as you can see, from about the 12 o'clock all the way around to about the 6 o'clock area. And if they used a neoprene band, it's a little bit of an offset there in the neoprene band. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, quite a bit of buildup here in this area. And we're going to continue to pull back. And we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, it does appear that we transitioned back to our vitreous clay, and as you can see here, we do have a fairly large offset in this area here, right around the 9 o'clock all the way around to about the 3 o'clock area. Okay, so we do have a fairly large offset in this area here, and this is our transition from black ABS sewer pipe, and that sewer pipe there was an area that had been replaced, and we're transitioning back into vitreous clay. And as you can see, the offset from about the 9 o'clock area all the way around to about the 3 o'clock area. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And okay, we did run a little bit of water to get our camera lens clear, and again, it does appear that we do have a little bit of a crack here in this joint here, and very hard to tell. But as you can see there, from the 6 o'clock going up to about the 9 o'clock, you can see the hairline crack there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And that joint there appears to be in fair condition. And a little bit of an offset in that joint there, but nothing major. And here we do have a crack in this joint here from about the 1 o'clock area all the way around down to about the 5 o'clock area. Okay, so as I mentioned, we do have a crack in that area, right around the 1 o'clock all the way down to about the 5 o'clock area. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And a little bit of root intrusion in this joint. And right around the 9 o'clock area, nothing major. Just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And we have a little bit of roots in these joints here. Going to go ahead and continue to pull back. Have a little bit of roots in these joints here. Continue to pull back. And here in this joint here we do have a break. And we'll pause our mic here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just continue to pull back. And again, that joint appears to be in fair condition. 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 And a little bit of a gap in that joint there from about the 3 o'clock area to the 5 o'clock area. And we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. A bit of roots in that joint. And fairly large offset in that joint there from about the 6 o'clock all the way up to about the 12 o'clock area. And we're holding back a little bit of water in this area. As you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And you can see the transition where we drop down. See that large transition there? And we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, another fairly large offset from about the 5 o'clock area all the way up to about the 11 o'clock area. We're going to transition back into block ABS sewer pipe, and we're going to pull up and out of our cleanout, and that will conclude our video sewer inspection.